Hey everyone, Dad and Mac here. Today I'm doing an honest, non-sponsored review of the VAVA Baby Monitor. I'm not getting paid for this and all the feedback is 100% real. Having said that, I'm doing this review because we really like this monitor and I wanted to share our experience with it. While it may not be one of the sexiest ones out there or the smartest, it gets the job done, and there's a reason we went with the VAVA instead of the Nanit or the Miku or the Owlet or any other smart monitor. In this video, I'll run through the features of the VAVA Baby Monitor, I'll show you how it works, and I'll let you know what we like and don't like about it and why we ultimately chose the VAVA. Now before we dig in, if you find anything in this video helpful, I would love it if you could smash that little thumbs up down there. It really helps the channel and gets this information out to others. Alright, so starting with the features of the VAVA. It has a 5-inch high definition display that offers a clear view of your baby at all times, comes equipped with night vision, up to 4x zoom, and has your standard camera pan and tilt features. It has a 7-level sound volume adjustment, has LED indicators so that you can tell if your baby is crying or making a fuss in the middle of the night. Comes with temperature monitoring so you can see what temperature it is at all times in the nursery. It has a 2-way radio so you can talk to your baby. The rechargeable battery on the VAVA Baby Monitor is absolutely fantastic. It can support up to 10 hours of live video and up to 24 hours if in audio only mode. The monitor has a range of up to 900 feet. The actual camera is just powered via a regular outlet, and you just plug it into the wall and it's ready to go. The camera can either be mounted to the wall or you can set it on a table nearby your baby's crib. Just make sure to keep the cord far enough away so they can't reach it. Most other monitors have a similar capability, but the VAVA can be synced up to 3 additional cameras for a total of 4 cameras through one device. We currently only have the 1 camera that came with the device, but we are seriously considering getting a second one as soon as our daughter gets to the stage where we feel she can comfortably play on her own in another room without us having to be there. The standard VAVA Baby Monitor package comes with the monitor, a single camera, and all the cords and cables, and that retails at $179.99. You can buy an extra add-on baby cam for $99.99, or you can buy a upgraded package that comes with 2 cameras and the monitor, which costs $279.99. Now there's obviously not really a discount there, so that's why we decided to go with the standard package and then giving us the option to add on a camera later without having to spend that money up front. And I recommend going that route because if you don't already have a baby that needs to be watched in 2 different rooms, or if you don't have multiple children, it doesn't really make sense to spend that money on the front end. Alright, now let's run through how the VAVA actually works. Both the monitor and camera have sleek yet simple designs, which makes them extremely user-friendly. Starting with the monitor, there's a small button located at the top right corner that is used to turn it on and off, as well as to lock and unlock the display when you're using it. The monitor comes with a built-in antenna to reach maximum range, and also comes with a built-in arm that allows the monitor to stand freely for easy viewing if you want to watch hands-free. At the top of the display, you have your connectivity gauge, camera indicator, room temperature, time of day, and battery level. Above that are LED indicators. The top left is for audio and will flash green or red if the monitor picks up sound on the camera end, and the top right will show a blue light when charging and a green light when the monitor is on. On the right side of the monitor, you'll find all of the action buttons. The menu button opens a toolbar where you're able to adjust the volume, the screen brightness, toggle between cameras if you have multiple, set timers, or change any of your settings. The zoom button is just for zooming in at 2x or 4x. You simply click the button and it will jump to the next zoom level. Next, there is an autopilot/OK button that is surrounded by your panning and tilting directional arrows. The camera can be rotated up to 270 degrees horizontally and up to 108 degrees vertically. If you hold down the autopilot button, it will engage the autopilot mode, which will automatically pan the camera around the room. And I could see that as being useful if you were trying to keep an eye on multiple children in a room, but we really haven't used that feature. The last button is the 2-way talk button. You simply press and hold the button and speak to communicate with your baby through the built-in speaker on the camera end. This is becoming very helpful for us as we just installed the toddler rail on our daughter's crib. So now that she has the urge to jump out of the bed in the middle of the night, this is a great way for us to be able to tell her to go back to bed without having to get out of bed ourselves. Now we obviously like this monitor for several different reasons, but I liked it because I think of it kind of like one of those old cell phones. It's not going to blow your mind with any of the aesthetics like the razors or have any of the gizmos and gadgets like an iPhone, but it's just super solid and it gets the job done. No messing around with a mobile application or any tricky setup. You can literally just plug it in wherever, and within 30 seconds you can have it up and running. Now we haven't figured out at what point we actually are supposed to stop using a monitor because we still use it for our 2.5-year-old. But it's just so convenient to be able to unplug it and bring it with us when we take trips, or even if we go over to the grandparents' house, so we can keep an eye on her during her naps or when she's doing things. Not having to use your phone as a monitor is great because you don't have to worry about it draining your phone battery, and you can actually multitask on your phone while you're actively watching your baby on the monitor. Now I want to make mention of a couple minor drawbacks with the monitor. While the battery is great initially, we do feel like it's starting to wear down a little bit, and that's after 2.5 years of full use. Now that may be because we were using for 14 to 18 hours a day during our daughter's first 8 months of life because she just wasn't sleeping at all. But it still works as long as we need it these days, and unless you have the display on constantly for hours at a time, it will easily last all night on a single charge. My only other minor complaint is that the temperature gauge seemed to always be off by a couple degrees. Now that's not that big of a deal these days, but it's so important early on in your child's life to maintain that optimal room temperature while they're still trying to figure out how to regulate their internal temperature. We would sometimes find ourselves staying up at night watching the temperature reading on the monitor tick up and down all night, worrying that our daughter was not comfortable. Now why did we ultimately settle on the VAVA? Besides the fact that the VAVA falls right in the middle of the pack price-wise, and it's actually a good margin cheaper than most of the smart baby monitors out there, we chose the VAVA specifically because it doesn't run on Wi-Fi. This was hugely important for us because it provides additional ease of use, reliability when you have bad internet service or no service at all, and because it eliminates the concern of potential hackers getting into your monitor's feed and watching you or your baby. Now you may be thinking we're super paranoid, and maybe we are, but there are plenty of headlines out there about this happening, so we didn't want to chance anything with our first child. Overall, we really like the VAVA Baby Monitor, and I would highly recommend it to any new or prospective parents. You may not get some of those cool hip features that the smart baby monitors have these days, but this thing is super reliable and you will be able to sleep peacefully with the VAVA by your side. That is assuming your baby actually sleeps. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have any thoughts on the VAVA Baby Monitor, or if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. As always, thanks for watching.